Hi guys, I hope you're all having an amazing day so far. So I've just been finalising a new set list for my next gig. It's a half-hour set, which I really enjoy because it allows me to really get into it, get into the flow of things, and I can then pick a few more songs. Usually in a set that length I'll do 7 songs, and I just wanted to change up my set list a little bit from what I've done the last couple of times. I do change it a little bit each time, but I usually kind of start and end with the same songs, and I just kind of feel like the flow of the set maybe isn't as good as it could be with now some of my newer songs, which might be a little bit more kind of authentic to what I'm trying to to do at the moment. Obviously, artists continue to develop, and we change develop our styles and things like that. So I think there are a few songs which have been in the set list that maybe I'm going to take out for the moment. I can always put them back in, but I feel like there's more songs now that I can currently sing with a bit more authenticity, I guess, because I've written them more recently, and it just feels like it goes together in a set list a bit more and kind of portrays who I am right now as an artist. So I'm opening this set with This Life. That's this one. By the way, I'm very low down because usually I stand when I play the piano, but when I'm at home sometimes I do just sit when I'm practicing, but it's quite high up. I wouldn't normally have a piano that high up if I was playing sitting down. But yeah, so I thought start with This Life. It's an easier song to sing, vocally speaking. It's not too complicated. It's like a mid-tempo kind of song. It's not too slow, it's not too fast. It's just a nice opener, I think. How unpredictable is life? Good opener, I think, for the moment. And then the second one I'm doing is Just Let Go. It's actually an unreleased song. It's one of the last songs that I've kind of completed properly. And this is the intro. So some of you might remember that. I've sung it maybe a couple of times on Instagram in very short bursts, just like bits of it. And that's kind of a newer song. It's kind of, again, a bit not too belty, but it kind of has a bit more dynamic kind of content to it. It's a lot more kind of also personal. It's a bit more intimate, this one. It's more kind of talking to one person. So I thought it would be nice to go from a kind of a more broad, this life is unpredictable in general, like a more kind of anthemic one, to like a more personal one. And then my third song is Enough is Enough. I think probably most of you know this one. Okay, I'm not going to play it all now because it'll be a really long video, but so Enough is Enough. I think it's one of my strongest songs to perform because I enjoy it. It's like a good old belter, and of course it's got like a good strong message as well, and I like a good message. But yeah, so with this one, I thought it'd be good to do third because again, in contrast to the kind of slightly softer, more soulful vibes of Just Let Go, and then kind of a bit more kind of, again, a general kind of message, Enough is Enough, and again, just a very different kind of vibe in general. It's again a bit faster, a bit more kind of in your face, powerful, rather than a bit more subtle. Although I guess none of my songs are that subtle, but on that subtle note, so the next song after Enough is Enough is going to be Good Intentions. So with Good Intentions, a lot of you probably know this one, one of my latest singles. Again, it's just, a much more kind of chilled, almost an R&B vibe to this one. I'm definitely I like having a bit of diversity within my set as to the types of songs. Obviously, I want my sound to be cohesive, and there is definitely that cohesiveness of, it's definitely pop, but I sing quite soulfully for most of them. So I think that's it's in the singing style rather than anything else. So yeah, Good Intentions is fourth, and I've kind of done it in a bit of a storytelling way. So Good Intentions is about walking away from a friendship or a relationship that no longer is working for you, basically, because the person just takes you for granted. To sum it up, again, there are other ways, it's deeper than that, but just to summarize. And then I'm following that on with a new song. You might have heard it again in some of my lives. I've kind of tested it out a few times, called Not Too Late. So this is again a bit more of a soulful track. I was kind of channeling my inner Jennifer Hudson at one point in this one. I don't know, I got like Dream Girl vibes from it when I was writing it. And this song is about how the person is on the other side of the conversation to good intentions. So good intentions is the person that keeps being stood up, that keeps being taken for granted and is deciding to walk away. But in response to that, Not Too Late is kind of a response to that from the person that has been taking someone for granted, and it's like, I hope it's not too late to make things right. So that's what Not Too Late is actually about. So I think I didn't intentionally write them together, but stylistically they're both a bit more R&B, a bit more soulful, in terms of like, they're not like pure pop. Again, my songs have influences from all over the place, but mostly pop with soulful vibes, I guess. So I thought that'd be quite nice to kind of have a storyline through it as well, which I hadn't really thought of before. There's so many things to think about with set lists, because you want to make sure that you vary kind of the tone of the song in terms of like not just having the same kind of energy kind of throughout. So I like to kind of do a bit more softer one, more intimate, then a bit more of a in-your-face one, and then changing it up, and try and kind of make sure that I have songs that are in different keys next to each other as well, just to make them a little bit different. And then after Not Too Late, I'm going to sing Shadows. That'll be my second last song. Shadow, I just love. I love performing it. I really get into it. It feels so close to what my sound is. Like, it's very comfortable for me, and it's my latest release, so I always have to include it in my set list. But it does seem to be one of the more popular ones when I do perform. So I wanted to do that near the end, because it's a very strong, confident one that I can do. And then to end on, so I've got kind of two options. I've got Make Myself Tall. Again, I wanted a bit of a powerful anthemic one to kind of finish on a high note, literally. So Make Myself Tall, or Can't Stop, Won't Stop, which is news coming from that soon. But they're both kind of similar in their message. They're both quite defiant, and like, they're not exactly the same, but they both kind of proclaim like, I'm going to do what I want, you can't stop me, kind of thing. Whatever makes me happy, kind of thing. So yes, I thought I'd do one or the other. I'm just going to see which one sounds better on the day. But like, I didn't do the Shadow intro. And then we have the Can't Stop, Won't Stop intro. Now, one of the reasons why I'm hesitating to play this live, I've done it once, and I'm struggling with the piano part, if I'm very honest. It's a faster song. It's going to be when it's fully produced. I'm not sure when I'm releasing this video, so it won't be out yet. But it's a pop funk kind of track, so there's a lot going on in it. So I'm finding it quite hard to convert to an acoustic sound, but also the piano part is a little bit harder. But as you can see, that wasn't very good. But yeah, sometimes I can play it, sometimes I can't. But I like the vibe of the song. It's nice to end on like an uplifting note, I think. So originally I was going to do Fly Away, but that's one of the songs that I really like it as a song, and it was my turning point to starting music. That's when I became an artist. Like, Abi Mia was born when Fly Away was released, basically. And I will always have a soft spot for it, but I actually feel like my mentality and my thoughts have actually just progressed a bit too much in my style since then, and I feel like actually it doesn't necessarily need to be in all my set lists. Like, if someone requests it, I'll be happy to sing it. I really enjoy it, and I like the piano part. It's a nice piano part. But I don't know how it doesn't sit that comfortably with me anymore, as like, I think I've matured a bit more as an artist since then. So instead I thought I'd end on something else. Again, still uplifting. Again, Make Myself Tall. This one. Like, it's a very in your face kind of don't you dare put me down song, and Can't Stop, Won't Stop as well. Can't Stop, Won't Stop, so it's very similar. So I thought I'd do one or the other, and then if there is an encore that is asked for, I'll just do the other one probably, or maybe just something completely different. I'll see. But yeah, I just thought it would be interesting. I haven't really done this before with you, so I thought I'd just go over kind of my thought processes behind my set list. It's so much harder than you think to come up with a set list, because I guess luckily I have more than kind of a half-hour set list to choose from. Checking in, I always love singing, but it doesn't seem to be a crowd favorite when I'm doing it live. I think it sounds great on the produced track because it's got all those really cool sounds and stuff, but I do love singing it as well. But I think it's very specifically for a very small acoustic setup, maybe. And then there are other songs that I haven't included in this, like Here to Stay. I really like Here to Stay, but I sung it at my last gig, but I don't feel like it really goes for some reason with some of my, there's a bit too much intensity in terms of like, again, I don't want to depress everyone completely. So again, like, I mean, we are humans, we all have lots of emotions and it's good to express them all. But I feel like if I have shadow and also just let go, they're both quite intense. So I had to let go, of Here to Stay with this one. But again, I mean, Here to Stay is this one. Again, a few mistakes there. I really need to practice the piano parts a lot, because that was a feedback that I got recently from a gig that like I didn't look so confident, and so I really need to, and I know for me it's not the vocals that are making me lacking in confidence, it's the piano. So I definitely need to work on that a bit more, and I will. So yeah, I hope that was interesting. I really enjoyed kind of sharing that with you. If you are free, well, actually I think the gig might have happened by the time this is released, so ignore that. But obviously, if you can ever come down to a gig, I'm obviously based in London, so if you live near or around London or are visiting London, make sure to check out my page and see it in my link tree, just to see if I have any gigs coming up, because it'll be amazing to meet you and see you at a live gig face to face. I hope to go live again soon as well, so watch this space and have a great rest of the day.